there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. And to my subscribers, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. It means the world to me. If you haven't clicked on the subscribe button, go ahead and do so now. Put your positive energies into this Capella family and click on the notification bell so that you get notified as to when I put new readings out and to include when I go live. If you would like a personal reading or a coaching session, or if you would like to sign up for a 14-day free trial of one of my Capella memberships, check out the description box below or go to capellawellness.com. The memberships include entries into free drawings monthly. You get daily guidance videos. You get to directly chat with me on my mobile app. You get to meet some amazing people there and join a tighter knit group in that realm, I should say. All right. If you have any questions about anything at all, please don't feel hesitant to contact me. My information is in the description box below. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope you are well. I hope all is wonderful in your sector of the universe. I wish you a great weekend. If you are watching this on the Friday that I post this, go have some fun. Go do something you've never done. Enjoy yourself. It's the last day of September. If you watch this on September 30th, that is. Anyway, Scorpio, if you have watched me before, I am still doing my readings this way, as my guides have asked me to do so due to me dealing with my transition. So we're going to look into what you need to work on right now and any other messages Spirit has coming through as I channel. And then we're going to get guidance for you at the end, okay? Holy Spirit, guides, angels, galactic families, planetarians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What does Scorpio need to work on right now? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, man. Excuse me. We've got Taurus energy. Something's changing in your world, Scorpio. For some of you, remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For somebody else who's watching this, keep your unhealthy ego at the door. Make sure your health is in check. Okay, make sure that you're honest with yourself and your situation. That came out of left field, and look what is at the bottom of the deck. There's something with health for some of you. Okay, could be spiritual health too. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. All right, we have, I said Taurus energy, it's the Hierophant. Yes, change, 5 and a 5. This is crazy because Cancer got 2 8s. You have 2 5s. There are huge changes happening for you, Scorpio, so get ready, okay? Double 5s indicate huge changes are about to occur, so embrace the changes. Wow. For some, it's commitment. Okay. For some, it is starting a very serious commitment with someone. You may be wanting to marry somebody, okay, or it's your person. Take it how it fits your situation. I'm getting someone who's very traditional, someone who's very down to earth because of this Taurus energy, someone who's very spiritual. Someone has let go of the social programming with regards to marriage and religion, and someone has either worked with a spiritual mentor, teacher, advisor, and or they have become one now. All right. There is a big message of spirituality here because for you, Scorpio, or your person or both,
you now understand what the true meaning of life is. That God is the one who navigates you through the labyrinth of life. God is your only source and supply. God is your go-to for everything. So some of you or someone you're dealing with has understood this. And there is this really strong bond with God. I look at this as the God card. I also look at this as being obedient. So some of you may be asking to be more obedient to what God has been calling you to do, has been asking you to do. If God says go, go. If God says don't go, then don't move, right? Don't do anything. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. So with this energy here, some of you are being asked to follow more of a spiritual path in life, okay? The programming that has been instilled in you since childhood, it's not really serving you. And I think some of you guys are starting to understand this. You're starting to realize this, okay? You're starting to look at your whole life may have been very consumed by your religious upbringing. I'm hearing Catholicism from somebody here, where there were all these rules and regulations and these belief systems. Thou shalt not do this. You can't do that. This, whatever, right? But as you got older, you started to question these things. And this is not a horrible thing to do, because sometimes in some religions they say you question God, you're going to hell. No, God wants you to go to him, to ask him for the truth. Okay? I know for me, God revealed to me some truths. I was like, whoa, I didn't really understand that, or I didn't know about that. And when I was a little hesitant in what God was telling me, when I actually believed it and I lived through it, it made a lot of sense. God didn't condemn me. God didn't strike me down with lightning, that type of thing. God gives us our own belief systems. We all have similarities with that, guys, but it's more of building it for yourself. Okay, you're creating that belief system, and you're doing that with God, because God is the one entity that gives you that truth. It doesn't come from religion. It doesn't come from the programming, the conditioning that you have experienced in life. When you have a strong relationship with God, a lot of doors open up for you. You start to see the world in a very, very different way. And that's God showing you how he wants you to live and the type of connection he wants with you. He wants you in his life. He wants you, he wants you to have him in his life, okay? Because God, you are always part of God's life. I said it backwards. God wants you to have him in his life, okay? And to build that relationship. Again, it's talking about following more of a spiritual path, because some of you, again, are starting to realize this, I don't think this works. What the whole world is doing right now, most of the world is doing right now, it doesn't fit for me. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't make any sense. Some of you are starting to open up your spiritual eyes right now with regards to this. Okay? You're not going to allow religion to dictate how you go about your life. You're not going to allow your parents, your upbringing, other people, your ex-spouse, whoever, your friends, your coworkers to tell you how to live your life. As long as you're living a life full, you're just and you're righteous, and you are coming from a place of unconditional love and kindness and generosity, then you're good. And you help others to grow, to learn, to evolve. We're all here to help each other, okay? So some of you are going to work towards this. This is the guidance you're being given, to follow the spiritual path, not the path that everybody else is following. This is following the law of God, not the law of man, all right? There's also some belief systems with regards to money, your money mindset. There was abundance that came out in Cancer's reading, so you may want to watch that. There's a lack mentality here. Some of you may have some reservations with regards to, or not reservations, some of you may find money is evil. Money really is energy. I mean, we do need it to have shelter, to have food and stuff like that. God wants us to be wealthy. He wants us to have a good relationship with money, but he doesn't want us to be tied to it. He also doesn't want us to think that we are without, because With God, nothing is missing at all. If you look at nature, nature is very abundant. God provides everything for the trees, for the animals. God created those things. God created you, Scorpio. So why don't you think he's going to provide for you? Yes, it's a little different because we're not trees and we're not ducks and geese and deer out there in the wild, but we're still creations of God. We are God within, and because God is abundant, we're always abundant. So there's just something with regards to money. Social conditioning, belief systems about money. God is asking you to change those and to follow more of a spiritual path than material path. Because some of you may be thinking, well, why do other people have more money than me and all these other things? Or I'm hearing somebody here has an issue with the Vatican, with the money the Vatican has. That's a very interesting message that's coming through. There's somebody who doesn't really like religion because they're like, well, if they're all about the people and they're spiritual and stuff and they're here to help, whatever, why is it the Vatican has all this money and they don't give to the churches, right? Because there's tithing with that. There's something here, somebody specific that has an issue with the Vatican here and religion. But here's the thing, guys. If that's you, just don't focus on that. You need to focus more on your relationship with God, not what is going on in the Vatican, not as what is going on with the Catholic Church, religion, whatever this is, okay? This is about you going to God on your own to talk to him about things, maybe about money, about your situation, okay? There is health issues here for some of you. Some of you, I'm hearing more prayer. Pray to God about it, but also change your mindset with regards to your health and don't focus on the ailments you have. Don't focus on the test results. Don't focus on the negativity in the health issues that you're having. Think of it from a more positive place. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am not sick. I am not this. Don't put the negative energy. Don't put your mind into thinking, oh my God, this is not going away. Oh my gosh, I have a terminal illness. Oh my gosh, the test results came out negative. What am I? No, let go of that. Yes, they told you something, but you know what? God's going to be the one who's actually going to change it around. The doctor is not God. Your boss is not God. Right? God can make anything happen. God works miracles with health issues all day, every day. I will say a story about my grandmother. They told my grandmother she was going to die. I think it was 3 to 6 months. Okay. My grandmother, may she rest in peace. My paternal grandmother, she had a lot of health issues. And I'll be completely honest. Me and my sisters, mainly, we thought that she was going to be the first grandparent to pass away. And the last grandparent that was going to pass away was the grandparent that we never saw sick. Guess what happened? It was the complete opposite. God took away the healthier grandparent first. And with my grandmother, she came after that. But when the doctors told her she only had like 3 to 6, I think it was 6 months to live. And she had been sick most of her life. You know, my grandmother had this pill bag. It was massive. She was taking so many pills every day, ever since I could remember. And even when they told her she's not going to last long, she lasted for what, 4 more years? I bet you anything she had that mentality and said, I'm fine. Yeah, I have to take all these pills. Yes, I have an oxygen tank. Yes, I have this. I'm under hospice. But I'm still going to push through. Taurus energy, a little bit of stubbornness. But it pushed her through. She didn't believe what the doctors were saying. Yes, she did pass away, but that was because that was in God's plan already. She didn't believe that she was going to pass away based on what the doctor told her. She said, no, I'm not done yet. And yes, I understand that God is the one who controls when we live, how long we live, and when we die. However, there is some work with God in this where having faith and trusting that God is going to bring us through. Right? I said the doctor is not God. All these other people are not God. God's going to be the one who has the final say, guys. Not your doctor, not your teacher, not your boss, not your parents even. It's God. God knows what is best for you, and he calls the shots. He says, if you're going to die from this, you're going to die from this at this time, or you won't die from it. There's a lot of faith that needs to be called for here, especially if some of you are dealing with health issues, okay? Prayer just doesn't do it, is what I just heard. Faith means that you know God will do it. Not that you're hoping God will do it. You're saying, I believe that God is going to eradicate this illness. I believe that God is going to fix the situation. I believe that God is going to increase my finances. I won't be under financial hardships. I won't have all these other hardships anymore. God can turn it around. But you have to have that faith, and you have to believe that he can. You can trust that he can. And this is going to him first. And again, they're saying it again. It's not just a prayer piece of this. Faith is part of it. Faith without works is dead. And you can't come from a lack mentality either, because lack attracts lack. If you're focusing on what you don't have, you're going to continue to not have what it is that you want. If you're not being grateful for the little things in life, then guess what? God isn't going to bring you more blessings, more abundance into your life if you're not grateful for the little that you have. Money isn't everything. Some of you need an abundance of time, an abundance of friendship, an abundance of health. If you have the health, if you have the time, if you have the friends, be grateful, even if you don't have the money. Some of you may be in a wilderness season right now, and apparently God's going to be changing that around. Have faith that you're going to come out of this situation. Stay on your spiritual path. And for those of you who were ready, advisors, mentors, spiritually, right? The spiritual advisors, mentors here, teachers, and you've built a business based off of this, and you're not getting the support, you're not getting the clients, you're not getting the sales, whatever this is, know that God is still going to provide for you either way, and he is going to bring you out of this wilderness. You just have to trust in what he's doing in his plan. You always have abundance because you are God within, and God is always abundant. Take your focus away from the lack, from not having enough, especially with the money mindset. There is help available to you with whatever hardships you're dealing with. God will help you. Your guides, your angels will help you. Other people, other human beings will help you. If you're resisting the help, if you don't want the help, ask yourself why. Is it because of stubbornness? Is it because of pride? Is it because of some sort of conditioning? Are you looking, or I always get for some reason, and when I do some Scorpio reasons, that there's an atheist here, or there are a couple of atheists, and it's kind of like, well, I don't believe in God. God doesn't do anything. Have you actually tried it? Don't knock it till you try it. There's this conditioning that you've grown up with, or something that you saw or didn't see. Maybe you grew up poor and you're like, why was I poor? Why would God want me to be poor? I don't know. Take it up with God, or talk to an advisor about this. A spiritual advisor. There is a purpose for this. And usually God doesn't want us to be poor. It's not part of his will, but we have to do something about that. And it's really letting go of those self-limiting beliefs and the social conditioning and going to God and asking him, what is it that I should do? The keys to the kingdom right here. God's trying to give you these keys, Scorpio. Go to him, build a relationship with him, or seek a spiritual mentor, advisor to help you to get closer to God, to help you to understand this whole concept of God, perhaps. Give it a whirl, like try it out. Talk to somebody that you may know who does this to help you to see things, to help you to have more of an abundant mindset. There's like this victimhood here. Nothing ever works out for me. It's like Eeyore energy. Nothing is working out. I'm never going to be rich. I'm never going to be wealthy. I'm never going to have more than enough. Again, you are attracting that. You attract what you are. The negativity is always going to seep around you because you are allowing yourself to think that way. And that is what creates a dark, damp environment that is not abundant, that where nothing is growing, nothing is flourishing, because your mindset is in the dark. It is focusing on negativity instead of positivity. It's focusing on lack instead of abundance. It's focusing on your difficulties, your hardships, instead of, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm going through this, but I have this too. Focusing on the sicknesses and things like that. Flip it around. Watch how your environment, your world changes when your mindset changes, Scorpio. There's also something about someone with going back to the commitment. Someone's ready for commitment. Someone's also ready to get married again. Because somebody here has already been married before, got divorced, got burned, whatever, got left out of the cold, rejected. It was a difficulty here. Maybe you lost a lot of money in the divorce or something like that, or you had a spending problem or something like that. And now God is showing you what marriage really is, what true commitment really is. God has revealed some very serious things to you that you were turned blind towards because of the religion, because of your upbringing, because of the social conditioning, because of your own belief systems. So now you are ready for this commitment. You're ready to get married again. Again, this is not going to resonate with everybody. This is for a few people. You're trying to overcome this fear of rejection or abandonment because you were abandoned before, you were rejected before. You may have been abandoned / rejected by somebody you were once married to. And you were afraid of this because you're afraid of it repeating again. However, it looks like you see it differently now. You may have seen that you may have attracted this partner because of who you were at the time. And this is not to chastise you. This is not to judge you at all. I know this, and I can say this because of the person I attracted when I got married and I later divorced the person 10 years later. I had low self-worth. I had low self-esteem. I didn't feel like I was worthy of good things. I was always disappointed in all of my relationships, and I never healed from all my previous relationships. So by the time I met my then husband, I was still not there. I saw myself in a low light. I was not confident. And some people get surprised by that. Let me tell you guys, who I am now is not who I was before. And I know people have told me, especially based on my appearance, well, people find me attractive. And they're like, well, why would you have low self-esteem if people find you attractive? See what happens? Even good-looking people have self-esteem issues. I was one of them. And I was this very brilliant, very kind-hearted person. I even doubted my own intelligence. I had very low self-worth, and a lot of people get very surprised by that. I totally changed that. And everything bad that happened to me, it was like, oh, this always happens to me. Why me? Blah, 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 blah. It was because of my vibration. It was because it was so low, I was attracting all those things into my life, to include relationships. And then I got married, and I didn't marry my God-ordained spouse. I just got married for the sake of getting married, or I was excited about the marriage. The religion, right? You got to get married and have kids and do it this way and get married by the priest, the Catholic priest, and get married in the church. It was all conditioning. It was all programming. And I wanted to end not end the wedding. I wanted to call off the wedding the day before, because my husband then said something that was a huge red flag. Even the priest's face, his jaw dropped. I said, I'm marrying this person. I could have ended it right there, but what was I doing? So many people flew in. So many people came in. Oh my God, God's going to punish me because I'm calling this off. And what is the priest going to say? What is everybody else going to say? I was worried about what everybody else everyone was going to say. It was freaking crazy. And now I know better. I should have never married that person in the first place. However, I wouldn't have my son right now. And my son is a massive blessing in my life. I thank God every day for him. And there were other things that I learned from this marriage. And after that, I started to build up my self-esteem, started to boost my energy, started to know my worth, stopped with the black mentality, the scarcity mindset, the low self-worth, the low self-esteem, feeling like a victim. I stopped all of that, and my whole world changed drastically. Massive changes with these 2 5s. I got closer to God. I had to be in the dark. I had to go through all that shit in order for me to understand who God was and how he operates in my life. I had to go through all of that darkness to understand what the light really is. And God is my light. He is my source. I go to him first and foremost for everything. He is the one who dictates my life, not anybody else. He's got the better plan for all of us. Our parents do not have the better plan. We don't have the better plan. Our siblings don't have the better plan. Our jobs don't have the better plan. Nobody does but God. He sees everything. And even if his plan seems crazy to people, it's still God's plan. So some of you are being asked to trust and to have faith in God's plan and to not worry about the hardships, about being rejected, being abandoned. Again, with that conditioning, I went off on a tangent, but there was a reason for that, because I was talking about my marriage. And I thought to myself, I don't know if I'm going to get married again. I would like to. But then I changed my mindset about religion and marriage and what marriage means to God. It's a covenant. It's a union between 2 people who God brought together. He built the bond between those people. That type of marriage will be harmonious. It will be completely blessed by God. It does not have to be blessed by a priest or religious leader. I'm just going to say that right now. That's my belief system. You can take that if you want. If you disagree, I will agree to disagree with you. But I understood what God wanted in my life. And he said to me, Jess, the marriage that you had was not blessed by me, because I did not create that person for you. And then God showed me my God-ordained spouse. And now I'm getting that for some of you, you are about to come into this union with your God-ordained spouse, with your counterpart. And you or your counterpart is ready for that commitment. They're having the utmost amount of faith and been praying a lot to God and believing what their divine guidance, what God is telling them about this marriage, this commitment that's coming for them, to get them over this fear of rejection and abandonment because of what happened before in a previous relationship, a previous committed relationship, most likely a previous marriage. So whoever this is for, if you're about to get married again, if you're about to start this new relationship or this commitment with somebody, don't give in to that fear. that what happened before in a previous marriage is going to happen again, because you know it won't. You know you're being divinely led to this person. Some of you know who your kingdom spouse is, your counterpart. Trust that if you're going to commit to your person, and you know this is your person sent to you by God, then you will not run into this. There will be no money issues. There will be no abandonment issues, no health. Well, maybe health, I don't know, but no money issues, no fear, no being left out in the cold. Okay? Don't be so afraid of this change that you're about to embark on, because you know God's got this. It's part of God's plan. If God is willing it, then it will be just fine. Believe in that. Trust in that. King of Cups. There's your energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And you may be dealing with a water sign, but it doesn't have to be. There's something about having faith with regards to expressing your emotions or expressing your love for someone. There's a very, very deep love for somebody here. And the King of Cups doesn't really express how he feels. This King of Cups is fearful that when he does express his deep, deep feelings for somebody, especially feelings about like, I have this feeling about you, like you are my person. God sent you to me for a reason. I want to marry you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to commit wholeheartedly to you. I want this bond with you, with God. And this king is afraid if he expresses this to his queen or his counterpart, that he may be rejected, that this won't work out, that the person who's on the other end of this is not going to be receptive to this. Because this king has kept his feelings in for a very, very long time. So there's someone here who's preparing to express their deep feelings, their deep emotions for somebody that they've been having a hard time expressing for a while. But if that's you, Scorpio, this is you. This is God calling you to have faith in this. If you feel this much love for someone, Scorpio, why are you so afraid of it? If God brought this person into your life, why are you so afraid? If this person taught you how to love, taught you how to master your emotions, your intuition, your spiritual gifts, whatever this is, helping you to see that a spiritually fulfilling life is way more than a material one. Why would you be afraid of committing to that person who showed you all these things? Why would you be afraid of being abandoned by that one person that God brought to you? God's not going to let that happen, because this is part of God's plan. God created that person for you and wants you to have that commitment with that person. He's wanting this marriage between you and your person. So there's no need to give in to that fear. You really got to maintain your faith here, Scorpio, that when you confess your love for somebody, that everything's just going to be fine. All is well is what I'm hearing. Your intuition is totally on point, Scorpio. Trust it. The feelings you have for somebody, trust in that. And you know this because you've never felt so deeply for somebody in your life. God came in to show you that you were capable of experiencing this love, that you were deserving of this love, and that you were able to heal from that love. You gained a lot of wisdom through the pain and suffering that you dealt with, especially with relationships. You understand what unconditional love is, what true love is now. And that comes from God and God alone. And then God brings that to others and brings people into our lives who show us that same love too. The others of you with that scarcity mindset, that money issues, right? Financial hardships, your false belief systems about money, changing the way you think about money. You're being called to see what the real meaning of life is. That it's about being aligned with God, being one with God, having a strong relationship with Him, where He guides the way, He leads the way, and He helps you through everything and anything. Again, having more of a spiritually fulfilled life instead of a materialistic one. Boosting up your intuitive skills, your spiritual skills, your finding the things, your holy grail, whatever makes you truly happy from an emotional standpoint, because money doesn't bring happiness. What you find fulfilling, what you love to do brings you happiness. So don't be afraid to pursue that. Some of you, there's something about the arts. Pursuing a career in the arts, something with music, something with art, poetry, design, is something very creative here. This is a very creative individual. Very good at his craft too. Playing an instrument, writing songs, composing, whatever this is, drawing, painting, digitally or by hand. God gave you these spiritual gifts for a reason, Scorpio. It's time for you to use them. You can be a successful person when you're utilizing your creativity that balances out your masculine and feminine energies. I just heard I wrote a song for you. I don't know if that's for me specifically, or that's coming from somebody, or that's specifically for you, Scorpio. I just heard something else. This is about following more of a spiritual path than a material path. Watch how your abundance mindset shifts. Watch how your environment shifts when you get out of this scarcity mindset. And the others of you, this is having faith with regards to a commitment. You are about to begin a marriage, because I feel very strongly some of you here have been married before, and you're having the utmost amount of faith in God that this is going to work. But you know intuitively, because of the King of Cups energy, that this marriage is going to work this time, because you're marrying the person that God wanted you to marry the whole time. All that other stuff before were just huge lessons. Okay? To prepare you for your divine marriage, your divine coupledom, your divine companionship. Let's see what guidance Spirit has for you. Holy Spirit, guides, angels, galactic families, Pleiadians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What guidance do we have for Scorpio? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Patience. Look at that. Faith again. See? Let's go read the book. Patience, grace, perspective, and a higher purpose. See, you have a higher purpose. The spiritual path is what we are all meant to walk on. All of us. Your life has a higher purpose, guys. It's for some of you, not for all of you. Patience. When the patience card appears, the lesson is to be content to wait. Patience encourages us to see the bigger picture, to rise above petty arguments and small ideas, and have the fortitude to write things out. Understanding the higher purpose of your current situation is important, and this may mean that things will not happen as quickly as you expect them to. The key words associated with the willow tree are grace, guidance, and protection. Try using a different viewpoint to see your situation from a fresh angle. Imagine that you are looking at your life from above rather than getting caught up in all the little details. This can give you some much needed perspective. The willow teaches us patience and the wisdom of waiting for things to ripen at their own pace. Taurus energy is earth. It's slow. Let nature take its course. Again, the higher purpose in things. I talked about with my marriage too. Everything that I've gone through, there was always a higher purpose to it. I'm also hearing that this commitment, this marriage here, it has a higher purpose because you guys have a joint mission. God has given both of you a mission together to include your individual missions. Faith, angelic messages, trust, and surrender. We talked about trust. The priestess of faith is here to let you know that you will just have to trust the angels that everything is going to work out for the best. Think of this card as an angel messenger delivering guidance from a higher source. This message from above is winging its way to you and is sure to illuminate your life like a little ray of sunshine, helping you make the best decision possible. This card signifies that it is time to surrender to a higher power, to let go and let God. There's definitely at least one atheist here. Let go and let God. There is a higher power. There is a higher source. You may not be able to explain everything, but you don't need to. It's more about reveling in the wonder of what God does for the world and for us. Okay? And again, I can't tell you what to believe in. I can't tell you what to do. But maybe there's some spiritual advisor, a mentor, a teacher who will be able to get you to open your eyes and help you to see who God really is and to help you to build a stronger connection with God. Understanding that there's a higher purpose, right? Having patience. Maybe some of you have been praying to God, like I said, get me out of the situation, my health, my finances. Patience is a virtue, right? But again, you can pray all you want, but if you don't change your mindset, you're not going to be in alignment with what God is trying to bring you. And some of you just want this to be over, but God's like, I need you to have more patience, Scorpio. But I need you to also change your mindset. Be more grateful for what you have than what you don't have. You are not missing anything, Scorpio. I have given you everything, and I will give you more when you get out of this idea of lack, this lack mentality. That's what I just heard. All right. Have faith in what God is doing in your life. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading helped you. Make a comment, like the video, share it. I don't really normally say that, but now I guess they're having me to say this at the end. It is what it is. But if anyone you think can benefit from this, by all means, send it out. Okay. I'd rather have my messages go out to as many people as possible than have the subscriber count and the likes and stuff. I want people to get the message. That's my mission. That's what I'm here for. If you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, or if you want to sign up for a Capella membership, where some of the tiers you get exclusive access to my daily guidance videos, which are pretty awesome. They help supplement these readings. You also get access to my guided meditation videos with solfeggio frequencies and sacred geometry. You get entered to win a free personal reading from me. Every month you are a member, so I pick one member every month as long as they have the membership active. I'm also having members only lives, 18 plus only readings, regular live readings, group sessions, which I had on the 28th of September. Twin Flame support group that I have with my members. All types of group sessions that I have are part of some of the memberships. The lowest tier that includes a lot of the stuff that I talked about is the Sunstar membership, not the earlier one, not the ones that are lower. If you read the benefits, you will see that. You can sign up for a 14-day free trial. Try it out. You have nothing to lose. If you want to cancel it, that's great. If you don't want to cancel it, that's great too. You can keep the membership and keep getting all the awesome exclusive content that I offer that I don't put out here for free. Other guidance that I put out here for free. If you have any questions about the memberships, let me know. My email's in the description box. If you go to capellawellness.com, check out the contact form in the footer of my homepage and send me a note through there. Okay. You will also get exclusive access, or private access, I should say, to my mobile app. Anyone can get the mobile app for free. You can join because I do send out particular messages to everybody there, but I send specific messages to my Capella members only, and a separate forum that is private, okay? And I talk more about stuff there that I don't talk about the people who get like every guidance, or they get notifications of things every now and again on my app. So if you have any questions about the memberships, my coaching, my services, please don't hesitate to ask me. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess with Capella Wellness, starring out.